going to ask everybody to be respectful, and we have a sign-up sheet. If anybody wants to speak, your name has to be on the sign-up sheet. And hopefully I'm going to allow, or I'm going to try to allow 2 minutes per person. And I'm going to have to cut you off because there's quite a few names on there, and we can't continue this late into the night. But
that's good. John?
But I do ask that when somebody else is speaking, that you're quiet and respectful. And I also ask that that don't ask any questions until you get the opportunity to speak or you are appointed to speak. So I ask that too. Okay. We'll just start down the list. Mr. Johnson, you're first on the line.
Thank you. Alan Johnson is lost. Wanted to thank you for letting me have this opportunity to speak. Jamie Walker, last Friday you mentioned how hard it is to live in Pocahontas County and to make a job and get a start, and I agree with you. This is a tough place to live. It is everywhere around the country, but it is hard. And I know from my own personal experience, just getting started was scrapping around and getting going. I was drawn here because of the ecosystem, the beautiful area we have here. I think a number of people were too. I just want to say I appreciated as I got to know here the friendliness of the people. David McLaughlin, you gave me the garage door about 35 years ago, still using it.
Sure did.
So thank you.
Second-hand, too.
What's that?
Second-hand did.
Well, second-hand, it's all holding up well. I want to talk just a moment before I just touch briefly on the pipeline issue about the importance, I feel, of not getting this into a divide between those locally born and raised and those who are born and raised outside but have come here. We're all together. I know this county from Drupe to Durbin. I've worked it all. I worked it 5 years as a social worker when I came here. I taught school for 2 years, the high school, again working for people all over the county. I was in the nursing home for several years, and again working with the elderly people all over the county. Again back at the library for years, working with people across the county, and again with Timberline Health Group. The poor, the disadvantaged, those who were challenged. So I work with professionals, with people of all castes and ages. I know the county. I love this county. I've hired probably 100 people in my life. I've signed thousands of paychecks. I know that end of it. I know it's difficult to get good workers. People want a job. It's hard to get started. If you work hard, you'll get a job. You can ask any of the major employers. One of their challenges is getting people who will, enough qualified people who are hard workers and motivated to work. But again, it's tough. It's tough here. Volunteerism. This is something that the good projects use both local people and outside. When I first started here, came here in the 70s, some of us started thinking about a radio station. I was on the original founding board. And some people say, oh, we'll never have a radio station here, but with the combined efforts of people from outside the area and locally, it's happened. I remember in the late 70s, late 90s, I wanted internet service. We didn't have it. I found 2 people in Buchanan, Wayne Davis and Greg Walker, who were willing to consider having internet service here. They had need some help from the county commission.
Mr. Johnson, you have 2 minutes.
Let him go 2 more.
Can I please talk? I've prepared this. I'd like that.
If you can finish up right quickly.
Okay. And I just want to say that that was a hard thing to get started here, because I needed support, and we got internet here. So the value of diversity of people is important. I just want to say why I proposed the pipeline in 30 seconds. I have a lot of reasons, but the one I'm concerned about is that if I look ahead 66 years, I'm 66, I'm concerned about the climate we'll have. I'm concerned about the environment we'll have. And the pipeline will continue to be part of a business as usual. Mining fossil fuels, $5 billion, they don't want to strand their assets. Once you build it, you put that kind of money into it, you got to keep it pumping. And politically, that will continue. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you.
Went over.